I'm going to talk about the movement of molecules towards the cell. First of all, I'll talk about passive transport. There's two kinds of transports, one's active and one's passive. The first passive transport, it includes diffusion, osmosis, and facilitated diffusion. First of all, diffusion is the movement from high concentration to low concentration. This is the picture of diffusion. As you can see, the movement is from high concentration to low concentration, and eventually both sides become equal. There are three types of solution: isotonic, hypertonic, hypotonic. First of all, isotonic solution has, as you can see in the picture, same amount of water and same amount of solute. Hypertonic has more solute and less water. Hypotonic has less solute and more water. First of all, isotonic solution has equal solute, as I said, equal solute and equal water. The cell in isotonic water has no problem. It doesn't shrivel nor it doesn't burst. Hypertonic solution has more solute and less water. As you can see, it has more solute than the isotonic solution, and the problem is that the cell loses water and so it shrivels, which eventually makes it die. Lastly, hypotonic solution, it has less solute and more water. As you can see, it has less solute than the isotonic solution, and of course less solute of the hypertonic solution. The problem is that the cell gains water, and so it bursts, and this eventually leads the cell to die. Osmosis is the diffusion of water. As I said before, diffusion is the movement from high concentration to low concentration. It's the same for the water, except for the term osmosis refers specifically to only water. Lastly, facilitated diffusion. It's the diffusion through protein channels. As you can see in the picture, the pink ovals represent protein channels, and these channels help the molecules move from high concentration to low concentration. It doesn't require any energy because it's still the movement of concentration gradient. Now we move on to active transport. This transport requires energy, called ATP. It requires energy because it's used for, like, cells may need to move molecules against concentration gradient. Sodium and potassium pump. It's also known as protein pump, and this requires ATP. As you can see, the protein pump in the picture, it requires ATP so it can move the molecules that are against the gradient. Endocytosis, what it does is it pushes large molecules into the cell, and vesicles and vacuoles are involved in this process. Phagocytosis and pinocytosis are parts of endocytosis. First of all, phagocytosis is also known as cellular eating, and it fuses with lysosomes for digestion. Pinocytosis is known as cellular drinking, but it has non-specific process. Exocytosis, it releases substance, so it's similar to endocytosis, but instead of pushing the large molecules into the cell, it pushes the molecules out. So you can kind of say that it's opposite from endocytosis. Thank you for listening.